This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perk, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And tonight we are talking... Always confuses me with these Teen Titans. Was it New Teen Titans number 12?
But the one from September 1985, as opposed to the one from, I guess, probably be, 81?
Maybe, but yes. So yes, it's already Nightwing. Yes, the New Teen Titans number 12.
This one.
Yes, from September 85. Oh, do you have a floppy, huh?
Yeah, it's also in my omnibus, but this is much lighter, so.
That's where you had a collection somewhere of that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I don't think we have any new Nightwing news because, yes, the new issue 78, which I cannot wait for, is not coming out for another 2 weeks. So,
but soon, only 2 more weeks.
That's right.
All right, I guess we'll just jump in.
Yeah.
So I partially like this one because I think the cover is so cute. Because I love that picture of Dick and Corey that's at Donna's wedding. I always look and think, oh, that's adorable.
So I was gonna say, so tell us why you picked this one, Kristen, because yes, this was one of your picks.
I picked it also because it has ghosts in it, and I think that's fun.
You history people.
Yes, I like when you were saying, we need some more things. I thought, we should do that ghost story. And that's even what it says on the cover, ghost story. So yes, I picked it because it has ghosts. Also, the ghosts live in Dick's apartment, and the cover is so cute, so cute. And it's hilarious because Dick gets locked out of his apartment at the beginning, and he's only wearing a towel. And I thought that would be a crowd pleaser as well.
Oh yeah, that's page 1. Yeah, he's getting out of the shower, and then he's like, "Wait, in the living room." Looks like a little girl jumping rope, and then he chases her out in the hall, but she's gone.
Yup, because she's a ghost.
Oh, this one written by Marv Wolfman, but no George Perez. It's penciled by Stan. Wow.
Yeah, I think by this time... Well, no. So George Perez must have been working on Crisis, because it says at the end, because didn't Perez draw Crisis?
Oh, yeah.
It says next, the Crisis comes to Earth. So I also thought this one was good because it's a one-shot. Totally self-contained.
Yeah, because Crisis does start in 85. So, yeah, I mean, that was a labor of love because like basically everybody who's in the DC universe at that time shows up in 12 issues. So so I think that's why it's Woke and that's
Tong Ho. Because
that's a good point. Yeah,
because George had a lot on his plate.
12 issues of a lot of crowd scenes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, we see Dick chase the girl out into the hall. She disappears, and then he's like, "Where did she go?" And he's locked. Finds out he's locked out and wearing only a towel.
Oh no! And his neighbors are cracking me up. The old woman's like, "Ooh," and also so is the young woman. She's like,
"I know, you happy."
So that's fun. That's funny. Also, it's funny how I'm going to have to try this, but I think I'd fall over. How when he comes out of the shower, how is his towel both at his head and... That's a very long towel. I feel...
There are longer towels. They're smaller and larger towels.
But yeah, it's funny the way he's getting out of the shower. It's like, you illustrated that towel for modesty. It's like the ubiquitous L-shaped sheets in rom-coms.
Well, you know what it could be too, and I mean that he could have longer towels for Corey because I'll go on record. My wife has a large chest and yes, likes the bigger towels to wrap around herself. So maybe those are for Starfire.
True. Also, Corey's very tall.
And she has a lot of hair. I mean, if you're gonna
she has a lot of hair. A lot of hair. She probably needs about 5 towels just for her hair.
Seriously, I mean, the hair is probably almost as tall as she is. So yeah.
Yeah, and hair sucks it up. Yeah.
Probably looks like Marge Simpson when she puts that up in the towel.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just saying it's funny because it's, obviously we got to cover up. Why didn't you just show him? But whatever. It's an action shot. It's an action drawing off shot.
Like I say, it's believable.
It is. And then, the other thing is, I like this because when the little girl, the ghost girl, is doing her weird jump rope, D, your name is Dickie and your daddy's name is Brucey. So obviously, that gets me.
And you're really known as Nightwing.
Exactly. Which is kind of a terrible rhyme. I mean, it doesn't even really rhyme at all, but...
Well, she's dead. What do you expect?
Oh, ouch, Phil. Well. But obviously, whatever. Obviously, I shouldn't critique this poor murdered girl's rhyme. But I like it because she says his dad's name is Bruce. I know his dad's name is really John, blah, blah, blah. But, gets me right here every time. Anyway, so, all right. Dick sees the ghost, and then we go to Cyborg, who is just, I don't know, it's like he's jogging on the roof or something.
Well, yeah, is he tracking down some criminals?
Well, I think he's just, like, bebopping around, and then he comes across a crime, because he's like, wait, gunshots! And then, anyway, he goes in, and ends up at the crime. But he also sees the girl, and she also sings the rhyme for him. V, your name is Victor, and your daddy's name is Silas, and you're also known as Cyborg. And he's kind of, what?
Be like, yeah, I mean, everyone knows he's Cyborg. Not like Dick's not one who has a secret identity.
Right. Well, I don't know.
But yeah, even
also, it's funny how the cops are like, oh man, thanks guys, we're so happy to see you. It's they go back and forth, sometimes the cops, yay, heroes, and other times,
But yeah, there was this big shootout in this penthouse or whatever, and yeah, the ghost girl interrupts, and Cyborg's like, I can't even catch her with my hydraulic legs.
But the man Rossetti is dead. And Cyborg realizes the address where Rossetti started out is the same as Dick's. So that's how. Because Cyborg and Dick don't know yet that they both saw the same ghost girl.
That's right. Yeah, because Rossetti was supposed to testify in the organized crime hearings next month.
But he's been wiped out. Oh, yeah, there. See, we get then, okay, tracking down the phone number. Then we get a great shot of Corey. Look how long her hair is. What? She would need a lot of towels for that.
Yeah.
She would need one of those turby twists, but it's a really big one.
It's long and it's thick. Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of must be so heavy. She must have a very strong neck.
Well, she is strong. I mean, she can.
I know.
She can like arm wrestle Superman.
For sure. For sure. So then, the next day, does Dick and Corey do make it to their date? And we see, luckily, Dick obviously made it back into his apartment because he's wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Now they're back. But they're meeting outside the apartment so they can protect Dick's secret identity. And then they go talk to that woman, who you'll remember was one of the women that was like, ooh, when Dick was locked out.
But yeah, they show everyone staying at like their own apartments, like Jericho staying with his mother because Titan's Tower was destroyed by Trigon. It's being rebuilt.
Yep.
But yeah, Dick and Corey are going to see a show.
Mm-hmm. But then...
Because Dick went to ignore the call, and he's like, no, we missed the show. And she's like, I'm waiting for a modeling job.
That's right. Back before cell phones, Vic couldn't just send Dick a text. Hey, a murderer used to live in your apartment. Or no, a murderer didn't used to live at the apartment, but Rossetti was caught up in something at that apartment. So yes, then they're hanging out with the woman who lives there. Oh yeah, that's right. That's another one where they're famous. Yeah, the woman, she says, "Oh, come in. You guys are very famous people. I read about you in People magazine. Such a good boys and girls."
Such big hair.
I know. But I just love how she says, "Such good boys and girls." It's funny.
Yeah, because Dawn and Beast Boy joined the party, and Jericho and who's that? Cole. With a
Cole,
K.
yeah. So everybody's in.
That old lady was Starfire. Oh, you're so lovely, but your clothes.
Yeah, it's just like, oh well, if I had your figure and it was nowadays, I might dress like that too. If you got it, baby.
She's warm with all that hair.
Dang, yeah, she probably is. Well, I mean, and then the next page, Dick is rocking his 80s pretty deep V right there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's deep V. His V moves. Sometimes it's really deep, and sometimes it's not that deep. But it's deep V in this one.
Keep pulling that zipper up. Keep falling down.
I don't see any zipper. I think it's magic. Anyway, so then the old Russian lady is telling them the story that the Martins used to live across the hall from her, which happens to be Dick's apartment.
Yep. I mean, I guess we again, it's always a suspension of disbelief, but she doesn't recognize the guy who lives across the hall.
It's because he's wearing his Nightwing outfit.
I know. He's probably putting on his Batman voice. I know.
Yeah, just like you don't recognize Superman as Clark Kent when he's not wearing his glasses.
I know.
Anyway, yeah, so she dances with Joey. It's all very nice.
But yeah.
And then, so now I'm on page 13. Then they go over and to Dick's apartment, and Corey's making fun of him. I don't believe your apartment. Don't you ever clean up?
No.
He says, you know, I'm usually busy.
Oh, yeah. And just Gar turning into a snake and hitting on all the girls.
Yep. So Cole, because she does that crystal power, she like makes a big diamond in his mouth. But then we hear the singing, and da da da. Who's there but the girl?
T, your name is Titans.
Oh. Corey's like, I got her, don't worry. But
because the girl runs for the steps because Corey flies after her, still loses her. That's impossible.
It's not impossible because she's a ghost.
Dun, dun, dun.
Then they go down and talk to the super.
With Abraham Lincoln Carver.
I know. It's a quality name. And he gives them all sorts of details. Also, it's so wild because, of course, we're reading it getting close to 36 years after it was written. So, of course, these people are, he's in the 80s. He's already, supposed to be older. And he's like, oh, yeah, this building was built in 1919. I started working there, and I'm like, oh, my God, this guy's so old.
I know. This will be 100.
I'm like, how's he not dead? Oh, wait.
It
was only 1985. So that's always kind of funny.
I know, because if you think about it now, it would be...
I mean, everybody would be dead by now.
Yeah, it'd be at least World War II he was talking about it by this.
Right, yeah, because it's the depression, yeah.
But yeah, see, they knew the family. Then the young girl came running out of the apartment. Then he heard a noise, got hit on the head from behind.
And then that was it.
There were lots of blood, but no bodies were found. The three who rented the apartment, well, they had alibis. They were let free.
And then he mentions, now, some young kid named Grayson rents it. Nice enough, but he's hardly ever in. Funny thing, though, we never told no one about what happened, but everyone always came back a few months after moving in, crying that some little kid's ghost was haunting the place. Things play true to form. That Grayson kid should start seeing something any day now. Go figure.
Well, 6 months, yeah, just about the right time.
So she didn't appear to Dick just because he's Nightwing and is a good detective. She's been trying for a long time.
And it's so the 80s because Cyborg. If this turns out to be a sequel to Ghostbusters, I quit.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. Also, the 80s, they go to visit his grandparents, and they're talking about their time in vaudeville. Also a thing that people now would be too old for. But you love Dick with his little laptop. Don't worry, connecting to the modem won't damage your phone.
I was gonna say, was Raven taking a break from the team at this point? Because I'm like, it's quite the coincidence that Raven's not here for like a supernatural thing.
Yeah, they said that Raven is. There was something there that Raven was missing while they're rebuilding the tower. I think she's, I don't know, trying to put herself back together after, because this is pretty soon after the Terror of Trigon.
Oh yeah, because they're still rebuilding the tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like, yeah, what does the girl want? To find the people who killed her and her family? But yeah, like you said, they're talking to Cyborg's grandparents about vaudeville.
I know. And Dick's using his ridiculous computer. It looks like a giant calculator.
Speak and spell.
Like one of those, yes, it does. Like one of those little Casio things. I'm actually kind of surprised. I don't know. I don't really know much, obviously, about what computers were up to in 1985. I mean, we didn't really have the internet yet, did we? So he's not. I don't know. Maybe he is kind of accessing the internet.
It might just be a modem, but yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know about an internet, but you're probably just like calling another computer or something.
Yeah, okay, that could be. Because Dick says I connected with Social Security and got his address.
Yeah. So, again, I don't think it was internet or it's just computers full of, information,
Yeah, I guess that could be. Well, whatever. Also, it's comic book computers, so they might have been more magical in 1985 than real computers were.
And I love it's 85, so it's like, oh, don't worry, I won't damage your phone by connecting this modem.
I know, exactly. That's what made me think of the internet. I'm like, really? Could he be using the internet? Because, you used to do that. Connect your phone. Use your phone line for the internet.
Yeah, even in the 90s, yeah.
Back in the day.
But remember Lonely Place of Dying? I'm surprised he just like use the computer like on his that thing on his wrist to be like.
This is true, but the Lonely Place of Dying is a few years in the future, so maybe computer technology had already moved by leaps and bounds.
I guess we think the Batman would have better stuff.
Yeah, they have what they need. It's comics. They have what they need to have. Anyway, then they go checking out Rosetti's house, and they find a New Jersey phone number. Except it's not really a New Jersey phone number because, as we've learned from the internet, 555 is always the fake phone number because nobody has it.
Exactly. Oh, and then Beast Boy is all happy because he finds out his Cyborg's grandparents call him Corky.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, they run the number. The newly built T-Jet goes from Manhattan to the southern tip of New Jersey. A farm
run by Congressman Withers.
But yeah, he says he's been waiting nervously. I had heard Rossetti was killed. His name brought back old memories. I was not involved with his death, but I was involved with what happened 50 years ago.
Told him how to turn state's evidence.
Yep, that's why he had the number. Donna's like, can you tell us what happened? Of course, but please understand, this all began during the Depression. Jeez.
And life was rough back then.
He was a poor lawyer married to his first wife. She was beautiful, rich, and, well, involved with crime.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. He thought she was only bootlegging alcohol, and that's hardly a major crime. But it turns out she wasn't just involved in alcohol. She was also involved in what, Phil?
Drugs.
Oh, no, not that! Oh! That's right. He's like, drugs! He says, everyone, even the mayor, drinks. I don't like drugs. And his wife's like, no, zip it. And then she drops the bomb. Your lifestyle and your congressional campaign money has come from my money. And my money comes from drugs and prostitution and murder. Now you play dun dun dun. There you go.
I can't believe I was so naive. I didn't know what to do. I was frightened. Her beauty blinded me, and now I clearly saw her for the first time. She was evil. She married me to set me up in politics and intended to make me her congressional slave.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Oh no, especially back then.
Oh yeah, for sure. She was thinking ahead.
Oh yeah. We fought, and the day after our fight, Martin Cannon came to our apartment. He was my wife's accountant for her legitimate records. I guess
but then he reveals something isn't up. Isn't right.
Something isn't jiving here. Right? Yes. Are you certain you have no other reported income? Hey, these papers, they talk of murder. Who writes it down?
Rossetti wrote it down because he's like, I didn't put the papers away. I didn't know it was coming. Rossetti, you are a fool.
Who writes down their murder scheme?
Rossetti, I can't believe the guy lived 50 years after this. If he's does stuff like that.
Rossetti, you're a fool. But yeah, so
and then Martin says, I'm going to the police. I feel like, don't people know, well, okay, this is the 30s. There wasn't as much pop culture. When you find out someone you're working for is doing something illegal, you don't say, oh my God, you're doing something illegal. I'm going to go to the cops. You just act like you didn't see anything.
Or you
then go to the cops.
Yeah, say, oh, no, that's cool. Don't worry. We have no problem. Yeah, then you walk out the door and then you go to the police. Yeah.
Right. You can't be like, oh, I'm going to the cops.
I always have that problem in like comics and movies when like people do that. I'm just like, lie to their face and then walk out the door and go in.
Yeah, don't be like, oh my God, you just have a murder plan laying on your desk. I'm going to take this to the cops. Just be like, all right, I'm going on vacation. Later.
I must let you know I am against you. Well, I think when you leave and call the cops, they're going to figure out you're against them.
Yes. So, to all the listeners, pro tip, you uncover illegal shenanigans, keep your mouth closed, then go to the authorities.
Face to face with a murderer. Lie through your teeth and yes, get to safety and then.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it's a little bit hard. I have a feeling I'd probably actually screw it up, though. If I walked in and there was somebody I knew had, murder scheme on their desk, I probably would do a bad job hiding it. I'd be like, oh, what's this? And in my head, I'd be like, oh, Kristen, idiot. Thanks. Yeah. Burn. I'd try. I think I'd at least I'd try. I'm not saying I'd pull it off because I'm not a good actor, but I'd try to just be like, all right, well, later. Gotta go. Oh, I think I left the iron on.
Oh, I would see that act. Oh, yeah, I love murder. Murder's cool. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go now. Later.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so
I'm down with the murdering, yes.
So Martin finds out about the murder and makes the rookie mistake of saying, murder's bad, I'm going to the police. And no surprise, he ends up murdered himself. Murder most foul. And she wants Rossetti to do it, but he's too much of a wimp. So Donna, the evil wife, is like, fine. She does it herself.
So yes, you are weak. You are all fools, but I am strong.
Fools!
Fools! Yeah, so the daughter runs from the apartment, and she takes that's when what's her face takes the gun and hits the janitor in the back of the head. Then Senator.
Yep.
That's why I fled the apartment, divorced her, then began anew, swearing to make amends. But he married a second wife a year later. We were married. Dick,
like,
I need to know your ex-wife's name, and I'd like you to testify in court against her. Is she still alive? It's like,
yeah, she's alive. It's only 50 years. I know, and Atlanta's like, I should. It'll destroy my career. I was like, yeah, but it's been 50 years, dude. You must be getting pretty. I mean, if it's been 50 years and you're a congressman, you have to be at least 75. It's time to retire, bro.
Yeah, you can retire.
You could have retired ages ago.
That's like some of these guys who didn't speak up against Trump. It's like, McConnell. It's like, really, McConnell? How long are you going to stick around?
Yeah, it'll ruin my career. Dude, you should have retired and left us alone ages ago. Get out of here. I think actually currently our Congress is like the oldest Congress ever or something.
Oh, yeah. The only thing getting them out of there is death. I'm like, come on.
For real. All right. So...
yeah, his wife says this wife says she'll support him. And Corey's like, what happened to the cannons? I don't know. I never found out. Although I tried. No bodies were ever found.
And then they go to Connecticut, busting in on Donna Omicidio. Sounds kind of mobstery.
Dick said all he needed was the ex-wife's name. It's been a long hunt, but you're finally about to pay for your crimes, even if one of them is a 50-year-old murder. Yeah, Donna Omicidio. You're going to prison.
Then they get back to Dick's apartment.
Start tearing down a wall, and there's the
wall she mentioned, and boom! There's the mom and dad.
Yep.
Who've been walled up. Their dead bodies have been in that wall for 50 years.
And before she tracked down and killed their daughter.
Yeah, that's so we have no idea still where the daughter Cynthia's body is.
Where's the daughter at?
But we know she's dead because she's a little girl ghost. And that's why she kept haunting the apartment, so that she could be reunited with her parents.
Yep, she's like, no, you freed them. Now we can be together.
And then, poof, they go away, and all the Titans are just standing there looking at each other. What?
I love that. They're all just standing there with their mouths hanging open.
Yep. Because, hey, that's something you don't see every day.
I guess, but like stuff like that, even like Marvel and DC, it's just like, I I mean, you got an alien standing there with you. You got a green kid who can change into different animals. You got a cyborg standing there, but ghosts are crazy.
Well, I don't know if it's the ghost part. I think for me, it's the seeing them all hug and then like, yeah, we'll be together forever, and then poof, going away. I feel that is kind of.
I guess.
Wow.
I always think they shouldn't be so shocked. I mean, they just fought Trigon, a literal demon. It's like, okay.
Maybe they're shocked because the ghosts were nice.
Well,
how about that? They're like, oh my god, these ghosts just like hugged each other and poof, went away. They didn't try to kill us or anything.
Finally, a supernatural thing that wasn't trying to kill us. Yay.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Maybe.
But here's the big question. Would you stay in that apartment?
Well, now the ghosts are all gone.
I guess, yeah. But isn't it kind of creepy to know that for 6 months I was living in this apartment with dead bodies?
I mean, it would, but I mean, now you're going to clear the dead bodies out, so.
Right, yeah. Also, it kind of looks like they unearthed a nice little fireplace. It looks like the dead bodies were stuffed in a fireplace.
Gonna have to redo the wall anyway. We could probably just like fix that fireplace up. Maybe.
I mean, yeah. I'd stay, but I'd be a little. It'd give me the heebie-jeebies every once in a while if I thought, oh, I was living with dead bodies for a while. But there you go. What'd you think, Phil?
I liked it. It was a nice little murder mystery. I mean, it's always nice to see Dick in the middle of a mystery. I mean, some of the other ones, it's always like, oh, do we need the whole team for this? Because again, it's like Dick probably could have solved this himself.
Yeah, but Cyborg also saw the ghost, so he was also invested.
True.
Plus, it's a team book, so...
I know, but I mean, again, it could have been like, when he helped Dawn and track down her stuff, it was basically just him and her. I mean, again, like you said, it was a nice little one and done, because, next issue starts the Crisis crossovers, I guess. So.
Yeah, people start dying. Oof.
That would have been... See, that's what you could have did. You could have a little Dick Grayson, maybe have Corey with them, do a little murder mystery, and then at the end, it's like, oh, all's well that ends well. Then they get a call from the rest of the team. The sky just turned red. Dang
it!
Going down. Cosmic stuff's going down.
Doesn't he say something? Doesn't he say like we never get a day off or something? I think when there's the phone call.
Doesn't he say something like even doctors get a day off or something?
Yeah. He says. He's like, you should be glad you waited. It's Victor. Something tells me this evening's been shot to blazes. Even doctors get occasional nights off duty. Then he says, we'll meet in the morning. So see, they still get to go to their show. So they did get a night off.
But that would have been funny if he'd just been like, oh, I haven't had a day off since I've been 8.
For real. But hey, they did have that day off. They had one day off when Don got married. So there we go. He's had 2. And he didn't even have days off when he was a kid because he was working at the circus.
I know. I mean, not that anyone knew who they were, but you'd have to be pretty stupid to attack that wedding. Every Titan's there. Anyone who's ever been a Titan was there. Batman was there. Wonder Woman was there. Yeah, Superman was there. You'd have to be pretty stupid to attack.
I mean, people didn't know it, but Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazons, was there. Yep. Some of the Doom Patrol was there.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, come on.
Anyone was there.
Starfire.
Even Sting was there.
Well, I mean, you could just stop at Superman, Wonder Woman, and Starfire.
Well, right, yeah, exactly. Go. For sure.
So.
All right, well, there we go. A ghost story. The Titans helped people get eternal rest. Yay!
Yes, it was a cute little story.
Yep.
Again, like you said, it's a team book, but it was like you really didn't need the whole team. But it was a nice little bonding experience, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, you're friends for life when you all solve a ghost mystery together, and you just stand there with your mouths agape, like, what the heck? Also, the Donna that they busted, the bad Donna, is so hilarious looking.
Oh, that old woman. Well, yeah, because he's probably 100. I mean, look,
I know, but she's just like such a stereotype the way they draw her with her hair all up and stuff. Cracking me up.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I was almost expecting if there was any more Scooby-Doo, it'd been like, I would have got away with it too if it hadn't been for you kids.
For you meddling Titans, but really, it was the meddling ghost girl.
Oh my god, it would have been so funny if like they came in and like Gar was like in the shape of a dog and be like, I would have got away with it too if it hadn't been for you kids and the dog.
You should have said, you know what, lady, you should have buried the girl in the fireplace with her parents, and this wouldn't have happened.
Well, I guess it probably took her a while to track the girl down, and it's like, do you go back and like redo the wall and everything?
Exactly.
Again, we still don't know where the girl's at. I mean, we know her spirit's at rest now with her parents, but we still don't know where the girl's body is.
It's true. So actually, Marv, we need a follow-up. Where's Cynthia's body?
I mean, probably in the river or something, but it's just like...
In the drink.
It doesn't matter. Her spirit's at rest.
That's right. That's what's most important.
I guess she's at rest because she found their parents, but it's like, well, yeah, you found the parents' bodies, but you still haven't found her body.
It's about the togetherness.
Yes. So
Families that are happy together in life want to be happy together in death, I guess.
Yep.
So there we go.
So why does it take the girl 6 months to manifest herself every time?
I don't know. Maybe she's hoping that the people after 6 months are invested enough in the apartment that they won't leave right away.
Or if they're not renovating after 6 months, she's like, okay, I got to do this. Like,
yeah, that could be.
Because someone could have just redid that apartment, tore down the wall, and be like, oh, hey.
Like, oh, snap, dead bodies. Not expecting that.
No.
Yep. Well, obviously that person wasn't Dick because he's been in this apartment 6 months and still hasn't even unpacked all the way.
Or you know what would have been a good detective story? A nice little team up between Dick and Jericho, because isn't he like an amateur detective too?
Yeah. I mean, all the Titans are amateur detectives.
Well, I think Dick and Joey are the two biggest ones on the team at this point.
Yeah, but Vic was detecting as well.
I know. It would have been an excuse for a nice little buddy cop thing.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Anything else on that?
I think that's it. What's happening next week, Phil?
All right. Remember, we still have 2 more weeks of Titans stuff because next week, New Titans 55 and 57.
Oh.
2 issues. Yeah. Dick finds out about Jason Todd and what's the other one? Oh, is the other one where Donna goes from being Wonder Girl to, was it Troya?
Oh, yeah. I think it's a new it's a new costume. Yeah.
Yep. You know, it's interesting. Like me and Will and Matt started a Green Lantern podcast, and we're going in order right now from like Green Lantern 1 in the 90s, and eventually we're going to do some of the Dark Star issues, like where John Stewart was in there. But like, yeah, Donna's in some of those. So like, I've never read those. That's going to be interesting to see like Donna, like, you know.
Is she in him in the 90s or not till later when it's with John? Well, and doesn't Donna date Kyle Rayner or something for a while? Yeah.
I don't think she's in there from issue 1. Like I said, I haven't really read them, but yeah, I think she's in there around she's in there with John Stewart. Yeah, because that's like a lot of the time she dated Cal was when she was a Dark Star. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't read those either. Yeah, tell me how it goes.
Yeah, well, we're probably not getting there till like closer to like end of the year. So yeah, lots of Donna Troy. But yes, next week, New Titans 55 and 57, and then in 2 weeks, well, besides the new issue of Nightwing 78 that will be out, we're also going to cover New Titans 65 with Dick and Tim.
Yep.
Dick Grayson teaching Tim how to be a detective, and Showcase 93, 11 and 12, which those shouldn't be too long because there's just shorter story, you know.
Yeah.
There's a couple of stories in each. We'll just focus on the Nightwing and Robin stuff.
Yeah, but they're funny. I think did I pick those or did you? I don't know, but I love when they take a nap on the edge of the dock.
I'm trying to remember because there was at least 3 or 4 things we both picked. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna find more stuff to pick because we picked the same stuff. But I mean, yeah, no, that's fine with me because that's during Nightfall and Tim's like, oh, Gene Paul's a dick.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ruth, he was.
Exactly. And then we got 1, 2, 3. And then, like, the next month after the Titan stuff, we're going to get in the Kristen's favorite, some of those old school Batman issues.
Yes.
All right, so.
I will include the history of the dinosaur in the Batcave.
Oh, nice. There's your tease, people.
Well, that's right. I think the penny, too. It's not Two-Face.
Oh. Nice. All right, so there's your homework, kids. Another week or two will tell you the Batman issues. But right now, yes, do your homework. Read New Titans 55, 57, and then 65, and Showcase 93, 11, and 12. And, of course, we're going to, we'll probably do the Nightwing 78, the new issue review the day after it comes out. So go get it and quickly send us feedback on that, too.
Yeah, that'll be the 17th, right?
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. Yes. So have some drinks and then, that'll be some honest feedback.
No, yes, stay home. Don't go to the bar. Go to your computer and join us on the Nightwing News for a safe St. Patrick's Day celebration.
You can drink at home and drink it,
Well, right, exactly. That's why I said don't go to the bar.
Oh, no.
Stay at home.
All right. So, send us feedback on all of those. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. I can find, please join us, the Bloodhaven Bulletin, our Facebook group. You can find links to all the various social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, for all of the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics sidekick shows. Links to the Patreon, links to merchandise. Links to, this YouTube channel. Yes, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can watch this video, basically every show we do. There's a video up there. So find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And then please support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio. Get yourself some great headphones for a great price. And also go pick up Hunt-A-Killer, another thing you can do while you're sitting at home. Murder Mystery in a Box.
There you go.
Use the code Southgate for both of those for a discount. And since you're home, you're going to need a lot more to do. So please go pick up Pod Life, the book, now in digital and paperback. Learn about different podcasters' journeys. I'm in there. A bunch of other people in the network are in there. And you'll read that. And then you're going to need to read more. So please go on Amazon and pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Every fan of that show needs that book. It's required reading. I don't want to see you out in public and say you haven't read Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. So go pick both of those up on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that spectral figure in the hall, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. So says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants.
Like Batman said.
Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box? Mark my words.
All right. And that's it. Easy peasy. So, yes, nice little one and done. Next week, 2 issues. New Teen Titans 55 and 57.
Brace yourselves for 55. It's sad.
Bring your tissues, kids. It's going to be sad. Till that jerk Danny has to open his mouth.
I'm a little sad that one. That's going to be sad that. I mean, I like that one, but it's rough. That's on my birthday, man.
Oh! Well, just try to frame it a different way. Like, you get to talk Dick Grayson on your birthday.
No, it's true. It's good. I'll try to read the issue early, so the first wave of sadness hits me a couple days before.
If you need to walk away from the computer for a minute or something, that's fine. All right, kids, not to bum me out too much, but come back next time. Same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News.